After almost 2 years in development hell, we are finally covering them. Welcome back everyone to Porterverse Workbench. This week's episode is a special one. We'll be discussing the iconic twins in the famous 11 engines. Donald and Douglas have finally made their way into my collection. I absolutely love the twins. They're just so entertaining on screen. I just love these characters. And they're ones that I've always wanted to make, especially from the start. Looking at these two, you'll notice there's some differences between them. And I should get to that in the in-universe reasons, in the backstory, and now. The Scots' backstory in my AU is basically the same as the Railway series. In this universe, their build date is pinpointed to 1909 with the 652 class, and they built for the Caledonian Railway, and worked on said railway until it became part of British Railways. Two will make their way to Sodor, while Douglas stowed away with Donald escaping scrap. They play their part in Sodor's history, go through the usual story events. In the end, both engines are made new members of the Northwestern Railway family. The minor difference here is that when they said to be repainted at the end, they have some slight differences made to each of their liveries. Douglas received the standard Northwestern blue. Douglas received the same colors, but he had some slight adjustments. He was fitted with a gold or brass dome, his tender frames were red, and his cab was a cream color on the interior. Following their slightly different repaints, Donald and Douglas' stories would unfold as usual, including helping restore a Ducks branch line, helping Oliver escape the Sodor, etc. Another differing point between the Railway series and my AU the Porterverse is that Donald will be fitted with a diesel ejector funnel in the 70s. This was a little experiment done to see the benefits of the usage of this funnel. Nothing much came of it though, but the funnel stayed fitted regardless. They also had a nice distinctive feature too. In present day, Donald and Douglas are two of the Northwestern Railway's utility engines, who do odd jobs across the island and are very popular amongst tourists and visitors. Okay, so the modeling of the twins is a bit of a weird story. I always planned on showcasing both of the twins in one video since they're identical and I didn't really want to milk it per se. I first got a Bachman Donald for Christmas in 2023, and I started working on him pretty much immediately. I followed my usual modeling process, just primer, paint, etc. But I only got up to a certain point before, well, practically all of 2024 happened. For about 6 months or so, Donald sat on the back burner with basically no progress made whatsoever. But by the summertime, I had acquired a new 3D printer and curing station. In this one, I finally began making more progress on Donald. The twins will require new smoke box doors since they had faces fitted to them, and so I figured I'll try to design them myself. It took a couple print tries just to get the right size, but it looks pretty good, I'd say. There's also one that designed the diesel ejector funnel for Donald as well. I just simply unscrewed the old funnel from inside, and then just covered up the area, and then I super glued the funnel into place. And I basically just lathered up the entire outside of it with super glue as well. And it did some very light sanding and smoothing out accordingly. I finished up some other details on Donald, and he was done by the time I got Douglas' model to start in September of 2024. We now repeat the entire modeling process. Coat of primer, 3 or 4 coats of blue, cleanup in black, red for lining, cream for the cab interior, etc, etc, etc. Oh, and also painted the dome gold. Mostly to make it more unique, and also I just found it pretty nice. After fitting the megaphone and a quick spray with the matte clear, the Scottish twins were both finally complete. Honestly, considering how long it took to get all these models done, I'm just so happy with how these two turned out. And with the completion, that means I've now made all of the famous 11 engines in model form. All beginning with that original shitty Percy model I made in late 2021. And here we are now in early 2025 with nearly 50 models, I think, and we're also nearing 4,000 subscribers. I'm not sure if we'll hit it by the time this video goes up, but if we do, I just want to say thank you all very much for watching. It just so surreal seeing just how many people enjoy my content. It just means so much to me. This isn't the end of model content here in the channel, though. Oh no. Many more models are in line for their respective videos. And those will come out over the course of the year. So stay tuned for those to come. Thank you all very much for watching this episode of Porterverse Workbench. And I shall see you all same time next week.